It's still cold, but it's getting bright. There's no clouds in the sky today, so even though it's cold, I've had to wrap up well. I've had to put my glasses down because it's a bit bright. You don't slobber everywhere. So today, in this vlog, I wanted to talk about old people. They're not just for Christmas and when they're in palliative care at the end of their life. And you all need to sort of like pay them a visit to make up for the years that you've not had any time for them. No, and I'm only really making this vlog not just because I've had issues in my own family trying to get this message across, but I've seen it time and time again, especially when I was taxing, because when I did my taxi work, a lot of my jobs were just ferrying old people from the community area where they would live, like, you know, one of those community houses, or from the little bungalow or something, up their shops and everything. And I used to I heard the same story hundreds and hundreds of times, and it broke my heart every time. It's basically the kids just have no more time for them, and it's not like they've or the grandkids or the cousin, you know, the kids of the brothers and sisters, like their nephews and nieces and whatever, just had no more time for them. They never saw them in years. I was just having a poo. I'll do it this way. Oh, I'll have to stop this and pick it up. But yeah, they just had no time for them. And you know, it's not as if they're living. I've got the story. It's like, well, why is that? Are they living down in London? Have they moved to Australia or the other side of the world? And it was like, no, they're only like 15 minutes away, 20 minutes away by car. And you know, they're not really. A lot of them are saying, maybe I have to pick this up. Bag, little poo bag. Right, that's that picked up. So yeah, it's you know, it's not as if they got the excuse that they're living on the other side of the world now, or they're hours away by car. You know, if they're like 20-30 minutes away in a car, and you know, it's not as if the old people are asking you to come and visit them every day or every week. Most of the time, once, twice a month at the very most is good. But you know, if you pop in, like, if you put yourself out like every 3 or 4 months when you suddenly remember them, or you suddenly think, oh, I wonder if they've got some money they can borrow us, I'll go and visit them and pretend I love them. And that's the story I heard over and over again. They would only see the sons and daughters, or the little nephews or grandkids or whatever, when they needed something off them. And or the story I also heard is, a couple of times I heard people who would suddenly come into money, and all of a sudden all the relatives would turn up, and it's like they all said they must think we're effing stupid. Are we stupid or what? You've not paid us any attention, and all of a sudden we've got something you want, and you're there pretending that you love us again. So, you know, and I've had similar issues in my family with a certain person or persons that I've tried to convey this message to, and conveniently, because I'm the white middle-aged male in the way, I've become the subject of blame for everything. It's got nothing to do with me mother anymore, even though I was doing it just for mother, for her sake, because she's getting a bit lonely up there, and she's getting a bit, her bones are aching, and it takes her ages to get in and out of the car, and basically I've had trouble getting her to go anywhere for the last couple of months. I'm lucky to get her out of the house once a week. She struggled up the stairs to her favourite Italian restaurant she liked a couple of times, and once for her birthday, but she's complained about the aches and pains ever since. And I've gotten her exercise machines, we've tried all sorts of stretching regimes at the doctor's, but to tell the truth, I think she's just sitting there looking at how things have fell apart since my dad died. In our family, like, our family's gone to crap since my dad died, basically. All fell apart, and just sat there and thinking, yeah, if John was still here, if my husband was still here, none of this would have happened, because they wouldn't have dared pulled any of this. And that's what she said to me a number of times. And I've got to agree with her, because the crap that basically I've had to put up with as a convenient agent of blame, just because of everyone's selfishness and greed, I've had to sit there and take it all. And it's not me it's hurting, because I don't bloody care. I've been alone all my life. He's going to all sod off as far as I care. I put myself out just to play the family game, to keep everyone else happy. But no, oh, Mr. Train's there. It's these people you've got to think about, you know. It's the old people you're hurting here. The old people. Not the misanthropes like me, because as far as I'm concerned, the whole of the human race could disappear and leave this whole planet to me. Because, you know, I'm not a big fan of the human race. I have tried on occasions to bond with people in that, but yeah, not a big fan. Not a big fan. The space aliens could come along and wipe them all out and I would not give a damn. In fact, I wish they would do that, because I think they'd be doing the universe a favour sometimes. That's my frame of mind on this. But yeah, so it's coming up to Christmas now. You're going to have old auntie whoever, or old great granddad or whatever. You're suddenly going to have like time for them for one day of the year or something. And you know, the old people aren't for them once a year. They're for especially if they're living around the corner or 20 minutes away by car. And don't go out expecting them when they're on Zimmer frames, mobility scooters. They can't get in and out of cars because of backache, like my brother is. It takes her ages to get in and out of cars. She struggles, she groans. Don't expect them to drag themselves to see you. Go up and see them. If you're worried about if you're worried about petrol money, say, I'd love to come up and see you, auntie, grandma, whatever, but I'm just a bit short. Well, you never know, auntie, grandma might have 10 quid for petrol just if you come and see her for an hour or two once a month, you know. And that's all it takes. All it takes is if you've got an old person in your family, they can't get out, they struggle to move around, just put yourself out once or twice a month, especially if they're only 10-20 minutes away, just to pop in and see them and say hello, catch up and talk about things. That's all I want, a 1-2 hour talk. Because I tell you something, my poor mother, I've run out of things to say to her, and you know, I'm looking after her, but I can't sit there and talk about stuff I don't know about. I don't know about what's happening off the family because I've got my own stuff to deal with. So, you know, and this is the problem we have in our society today when it comes to old people. People just don't make time for them. You got to remember that these people brought you up, you know. These people, or they brought your mother and father up, or they were in the family, you know, there was a family bond there before, and all of a sudden you're forgetting them because you've met some new person who you're more interested in. Well, whoop-de-doo, how selfish are you? You know what I mean? So what you got to think about is the way you're treating your elders now is giving a really, really good example to your kids how to treat elders. And you know what'll happen? The karma will come and bite you up the arse, and they'll do the same to you. They will not give a rat. They've seen you not give a rat's arse about your great aunties or great uncles or great grandmas or whatever, or grandmas, and they will not give a rat's arse when you're old and decrepit in some hostel somewhere, or some home, or some little bungalow. They're going to not give a rat's arse about you. And you know why? Because you give them a fitting example of how to treat the older people. So, you know, what goes around comes around. And so yeah, that's my kind of coming to Christmas time of year message I want to give to everyone. Oh, it's like, you know, when they say the puppy's not just for Christmas. She's not just for Christmas. She's a full-time job. She's part of my life now for the next 20 years, because Chihuahuas are the longest living dogs, apparently. You know, your older relatives in your family aren't just for Christmas and New Year either. You know, and you've only got that excuse to not visit them if they're 20 minutes up the road. You've got no excuse not to visit them. The only reason you've got an excuse not to visit them is if they've moved to Australia, emigrated to the other side of the world, that 5 or 6 hours away, you know, like we're up here near Newcastle, if they live down near London or something, then you've got an excuse not to pop in and see them for an hour or two once or twice a month. Don't make it all about someone else's. Don't, you know, find a convenient person to blame. Oh, took some pictures about a year or so ago. That's you know, no more offensive than what I've seen bloated up and hung up at people's walls and houses all over the country, or wouldn't even have to be shown you know, after the 9 o'clock watershed on BBC One TV, you know. So that's what it got to with our stuff, and there's all sorts of ridiculous, worse and dirt stuff from something over a year ago. There was no complaint about that then. It smacks of a bit of scraping the barrel of things, excuses, you know, for not dragging your arse up to see someone who's older, some old person in your family, because they can't get out and about to see you. That's what it sounds like to me. So yeah, That's my kind of Christmassy message this year. Remember the old people, all for just Christmas and New Year. So yeah, a little bit of cutting later because I've just come into my head. But what gets me is how a lot of people justify being nasty. Like they do, they need to do that, because so they're great, they're good. It all kind of, you're being nasty to all these people that maybe loved you all your life or whatever, and you're saying horrendous things to them that could lead some people to suicide and that. But you justify it all because you can paint them as a bad person, not you. It's kind of like when you see Star Wars where Darth Sidious finally becomes Emperor Palpatine, and he sits there in his little desk saying, "Finally, the Sith will rule the Empire. Edria will have peace." He has this little big smile as though he can justify being so bad, murdering millions of people, because he's brought peace to the galaxy.
Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy. And we shall have peace.
Okay, so remember to like and subscribe. Not much to blab on about this time, so see you all next time.